All right. This one hurts me a lot. Let's go to the sad story. Let's get the sad story out of the way.
Oh yeah.
Um, Terry Funk has passed away. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time, hardcore wrestler, just a man's man, absolutely fantastic. And I don't know, there's nothing bad I could say about Terry Funk. We've done E-Feds where Terry Funk has been our owner. I grew up being passed around and homeless, and people would always ask me where my father was, where my parents were. And I said, well, I have, my father's always on the road. And I had to think really quick. And I thought Ric Flair, but then I was like, there's no way they'll believe Ric Flair's my dad because I'm not rich. So I said Terry Funk's my dad. And this
Then they
legend.
looked at a picture of Terry Funk and they're like, yeah, that looks like he could be poor.
Well, and the funny thing about Terry Funk is that like I told him about it, and his response was, "Who knows? Maybe I am your dad." So he was cool about it. But just one of the greats, one of the all time. I know nowadays there's recency bias. There's I only love one corporation, or I only love what I know. But if you're a younger fan or you don't know who Terry Funk is, please go out of your way to see. If you like hardcore wrestling, men, tough guys, he was the guy. What's some of your favorite?
If you like Mick Foley, you gotta love Terry Funk.
Yeah, and they were very close and had some great matches together. And it's sad that it passed away. I'm just reading this off tpw.net. Funk's career in wrestling spanned from 65 to 2017 and had, in the U.S., he was WWF, WCW, ECW, Georgia Championship Wrestling, and Championship Wrestling from Florida. And in Japan was All Japan Pro Wrestling. Funk was also known for being one of the pioneers of hardcore style. He worked with Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Mick Foley, and different personas. He was absolutely a star in All Japan, beloved, and some of the notable, achievements during his legendary career include being a two-time ECW World Heavyweight Champion. And I don't think I'm the only one that says this.
And being in the movie Roadhouse.
He was in the movie Roadhouse. And I don't think I'm the only one who said this. I think people that were in ECW said it. If it wasn't for Terry Funk, there would be no ECW. If there's no ECW, so many fans my age and SidsLight's age would have just gave up. ECW saved a lot of wrestling careers and also saved a lot of wrestling fandoms.
Not only that, but you could say ECW basically was the blueprint for what the Attitude Era did, in my opinion. Everything they did that was great was stolen from ECW.
100%. And even Vince would admit that. It's just like, it is what it is. He also won the NWA World Championship back in the day. That was a huge deal. He's won the NWA Florida Heavyweight Champion, two-time NWA WCW United States Champion, WCW Hardcore, NWA Georgia Television, two-time NWA Florida Tag Team Champ, one-time WWF Tag Team Champion. And Funk was inducted into WCW, Stampede Wrestling, Wrestling Observer Newsletter, Professional Wrestling, Hardcore, WWE, NWA, Luthez, St. Louis Wrestling, and International Professional Wrestling Hall of Fames. And Funk was also a recipient of Tokyo Sports Lifetime Achievement Award in 1983. So, a legend, and changed pro wrestling forever, and just an all-around great guy. And for younger viewers or viewers that haven't seen it, or listeners, go out of your way, see Terry Funk. He was absolutely fantastic, great athlete, great man, and he was just tough.
I think Reddit right now has a clip going of a match where Terry Funk got kicked by a horse almost.
Yeah,
they were wrestling in a stable with a horse behind the horse, and the horse eventually got pissed and started throwing kicks and almost hit Terry Funk in the head. Like, the camera view, it looks like he hit him in the head, and Terry Funk didn't react at all, so it must have just barely missed.
Yeah. And just, if you like hardcore wrestling or just in general, and I'll let, but like, I don't know how to say this without being insulting. He wasn't a bitch. He didn't sell out. He didn't do stuff for money. He did stuff that's right. And in a world where it's okay to be a bitch, he's one of the last few men there. He would put over anyone. He would work hard. He didn't take, he just he did what he believed in. And that is something lost, not only in pro wrestling, but in life in general.
And it's not just that, but where did my thought go? Damn it! Damn you, concussions! I don't know what I was gonna say.
I don't know. Last time we were talking about a horse, man's man.
Oh yeah, so I don't know what I was gonna say, but I do know when I heard the news, I had a verbal reaction of no, like, and I'm at my computer, I see the news, and I'm like no, and I messaged you immediately, no, Terry Funk.
So many people messaged me. The legend of him being my father really grew, and I didn't know how to take it. I'm pretty sure he's not my real father, but if I had a dad, I would want it to be Terry Funk. Who doesn't want Terry Funk to be their dad? You know, it would be perfect. So
I remember what I was gonna say. In the era of people from our childhood getting outed as being horrible people,
yeah,
and wrestlers being some of the worst, I would say if you go by career in terms of number of people that if you look into it are outed as being horrible people, wrestlers in the entertainer genre seems to be far and away leading in terms of them getting outed, usually by themselves in shoot interviews when they were drunk and high, bragging about raping people. Terry Funk doesn't have anything like that I can think of. I don't remember scandals coming out about Terry Funk. Nothing. You got Ric Flair going around spinning his dick at people, etc., etc. You got all these terrible scandals. You have Dark Side of the Ring going on constantly, full of stuff to fill itself with, and Terry Funk's just existing. Dude's still actively wrestling. Had 2 matches this year, I think.
It's insane. So he'll be missed, and just
a fucking legend.
People giving more to the business than taking from the business really doesn't exist. And Terry Funk was that. Terry Funk gave way more to the business than ever. And if you want to, just go look up shoot interviews about Terry Funk. And you'll just be like, oh, damn, that's one tough SOB. So thank you for the memories. Thank you for being a dad. Thank you. Thank you for being a role model. And it's hard in today's society to be a decent human being, and he was that. So thank you very much, Terry Funk. Salute.
And I hope if there's an afterlife, he's having one hell of a match with Macho Man.
Yeah, that'd be off the charts. So
he's not done wrestling.
Oh, Macho Man? No way. He'd be like, let's do it.
No. Him and Terry Funk guaranteed wrestling for eternity. They're in the Valhalla of wrestlers.
So, thank you for the memories. Anyone that doesn't know who Terry Funk is, go out of your way, find, do a couple Google searches, and you should be fine. Do some homework, and thank you for the memories.